Popping correctly is one of the first things you need to learn on skis. You're gonna have a much easier time learning jumps, rails, and learning new tricks. So today we're gonna cover the basics of jumping on skis. And if you're up for it, we're also gonna cover how to hit a jump line. The first step we're gonna learn is how to pop on flat ground. This is so you know how to pop when you hit rail lips and jumps. So first of all, you want a proper ski stance. You want your skis shoulder width apart, and you want the shins in the front of your boots. You're gonna bend your knees just a little bit, not so much that you're all the way down. And then you're gonna swing your arms up when you jump, and you're gonna pop through your heels and toes. And you're really gonna use your whole body in one motion. And you wanna picture a string that runs from your boots all the way through your head. And when you're bent down, that string is loose. And then when you pop up, that string is gonna be tight. So we're gonna bend down, swing our arms up, and pop through our heels. And you'll notice you'll get some height off the ground. And you wanna practice this a few times just on flat ground before you take it to a jump. If you want to learn to jump high and jump over things, you're gonna wanna do what's called an ollie. An ollie is when you press off of your tails and then pop and use the bounce from your tail to get extra height. This is especially useful for jumping over things, but you don't really want to do this on a jump or a rail lip. This is mainly just useful for jumping really high and hopping over things. So the first step, we're just gonna lift our tails up in the air using our lower body and get some height on our noses. So you want a good proper ski stance with the shins in front of your boots, skis shoulder width apart, and we're just gonna lift our noses up. Now to get more height with our noses in the air, we're gonna use our upper body and we're gonna swing our arms up. And you're really gonna notice your noses start to get some height off the ground. The second step of an ollie is gonna be to get our tails off the ground. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna lift up and lift our noses as high as we can. And before our noses start to descend, we're gonna pop and lift our tails up with it. And you wanna pop pretty much as hard as you can for this. And you'll notice you're gonna get some extra height over a regular pop. Now that we've done plenty of practice on flat ground, it's time to learn some jumps. So we're gonna start small. We're just gonna do it on these little jumps here. Before you hit a jump, you wanna make sure you have the proper ski stance. The most common mistake for hitting a jump is that people will lean back and then they'll land back seat. To fix this, you wanna make sure you're leaning forward with your shins in the front of your boots and your knees over your toes. And since we're starting on such small jumps, we don't really have to worry about speed. Just make sure you're riding fast enough so you can get some air time and you can pop over the jump. When you're on the lip of the jump at the end of it, you're gonna pop like we did earlier, and you're gonna use your whole body, swing your arms with it, and pop up. Remember to think of that string analogy, where there's a string running through your boots, through your head. And when you're on the lip, that string is gonna be loose. And once you pop, you're gonna tighten that string up. So we're gonna start small here. Shins in the front of their boots, we're gonna pop. We'll do another one. Now those are the basics of hitting a small jump. So we're gonna take it a step up and we're gonna hit a jump line that's a little bit bigger. Now we're gonna step it up to the medium line here. Since these jumps are a bit bigger, you're gonna be going a little bit faster. So you wanna keep that in mind, that the lip is gonna come up faster than you think. And we want the same basic fundamentals that when we were hitting the smaller jumps. Shins in the front of your boots, keep a good proper ski stance with your arms kind of in front by your sides. Since we're hitting bigger jumps, we need to be more cautious about speed. You can either follow someone in or watch someone hit the jumps. I already know the speed, so I'm not gonna have to do that. But you wanna consider that hitting a bigger jump for the first time. So here we go. Keep your shins in the front of your boots. And then you wanna keep your speed up between the jumps so we don't knuckle. The key to hitting a jump line on skis is you want to keep your speed up. I did a carve so I didn't get too much speed, but I was able to keep my speed up so I could clear them. Now that we hit the medium line, it's time to hit the main line. For jumps this big, you want to make sure you have the right speed. So make sure you either follow someone in or watch someone hit it. The only difference for hitting a bigger jump is you're gonna have more air time. So I like to do a shifty or a grab or something to keep myself controlled. To do this, just wait until you're balanced in the air and then twist your hips to the side for a shifty and then back to forward. And just use your lower body for the shifty. And if you do a shifty or grab, you're gonna feel a lot more controlled in the middle of the air rather than just straight airing it and trying to keep your body still. And remember, we're gonna be going a little faster on these jumps. Keep the speed up. Remember to really put in the reps on the smaller jumps before you move to the bigger jumps. It's just going to be that much easier once you master the smaller jumps, because all it is just getting more airtime and going a bit faster. Learning jumps is an awesome thing on skis. Once you learn jumps, you can start getting into your first tricks, 360s, 180s, switch 180s, and you can start learning your first grabs. If you want to learn your first 5 tricks on jumps, click up here. And if this video helped you, leave a like and a comment. Peace.